What's up, everybody? Welcome back to NKU Sports Break. I'm your host, Carly Motzer. Super excited to be joined by Megan Patrick of your NKU women's soccer team. Megan, how's your day going?
It's going well, thanks. Thanks for having me, Carly.
Yeah, super excited to have you on. So just to kind of get everybody acclimated with each other, where are you from and what drew you to NKU?
So I'm from Strongsville, Ohio, so I'm kind of in the Cleveland area. And I loved NKU. I came down here like my sophomore year of high school, and I loved the campus. Coaches were super awesome, and the girls were super welcoming. So that's kind of what turned me this way.
Yeah, so in all of that being said, what was like the most standout part of your recruiting process that kind of like sealed the deal for you?
Kind of going back to that, the coaches, they were just super welcoming, and that was something that I don't know that you get everywhere. They were just awesome with like communicating with you and all that. And then I actually had a teammate at Strongsville, Taylor Spalding. She played here 2 years before me. She was 2 years older than me, I guess, so she came here. And I was able to come stay with her, and like I said, the girls were just awesome. They were all super welcoming, and I loved like the atmosphere they created, so.
Absolutely. And so like with that atmosphere, how has your time once you got here changed and kind of developed you individually?
I feel like I've grown a lot, both like in my playing ability, but also just like with life skills, like time management. You know, when you play high school soccer, sure you have games and stuff, but it's nothing like when you come here and you're balancing all of these hard classes and traveling and this and that. So I think that's kind of the biggest thing is like time management skill, which I'll use a lot in my future, so.
Absolutely. And so like time management skills aren't necessarily the most glamorous or fun part of being on the team, but what is your favorite part then, some of the more fun stuff?
I think the girls I've met, absolutely. The relationships I've made with these people are going to go far beyond just college and college soccer. So I've seriously met some of the most amazing people, and I'm so grateful for that.
So with those amazing people, this might be kind of a hard one, but like what is a standout moment from last year with you and your teammates that you might want to talk about a little bit?
Last year, I think the Oakland game was my favorite. We were in a bit of a slump and we needed a win out of that game. I think we were coming off of a loss or maybe 2 losses, and we ended up winning that game, and it was one of the most fun games I've had here. So that was awesome.
Definitely. And so like you get that kind of like super high from last year that you get to ride out, but then we transition to this year and everything that you thought was going to happen is kind of postponed. So what do your days look like these days?
So just last week, we were able to start contact practice. For the first 3 or 4 weeks, we were non-contact. So it was kind of back to the basics for us. But the last 2 weeks, we have been back to contact, which is super exciting. It's definitely very different. We have to wear a mask the whole time. So, you know, when you're running 6 miles just out of practice, that's definitely something to adjust to. But everyone's handling it really well. We got these cool looking masks. I don't know, it's awesome. But I think everyone honestly is just so happy to be back. I mean, we went from March till a couple weeks ago without really touching a soccer ball in the way that, you know, the competitive way we want. So just being able to play games against each other is super exciting.
And so like with this being your senior season and everything being kind of funky and not what you're used to, I would imagine you've had a lot more time to think about post-grad. What kind of things are you looking at after graduation since this is your senior year?
So I'm a nursing major, and I plan on actually doing a little more school to be a nurse practitioner, but I'm kind of back and forth between if I want to stay in like the Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky area or go back home to Cleveland. I love the Cincinnati area. I think there's so much to do, and having children's is huge for me. That's the field I want to go into. But I'm also a homebody and like super close to my family. So going back to Cleveland doesn't sound like the worst option. So I don't know, I'll figure it out here soon, but I am kind of, you know, back and forth between the two.
So enough about the future and everything we've got to look forward to. We're going to kind of change gears a little bit, and I'm going to end with the same question that I've actually asked everyone that's come on the show. What is your favorite NKU athletics memory?
Oh, there's a few. I think I would have to go with my sophomore year beating Xavier, like 15 seconds left in the game. It was to this day. I mean, I've played soccer for how many years? by far the best feeling I've ever had on a soccer field. It was so awesome. So yeah, that's definitely my favorite.
That's so exciting, especially I feel like you were talking about kind of like the culture of Northern Kentucky, Cincinnati, like conference or not, those rivalries run deep. So anytime you can get a win locally, it's just like that little extra icing on the cake.
Yeah, it was super cool. So.
Well, Megan, thank you so much for coming on the show. Everyone give NKU Norse and NKU Women's Soccer a follow on social media to keep up with all of our interviews and all the new content from athletics this fall. Thanks, Megan.
Thanks for having me.